How good was John Stockton? Some play a position exquisitely, just as it was designed. That would be John Stockton at point guard. A fast, gritty, durable player who saw the floor as well as anyone who ever played the game. He left the NBA after 19 seasons with the Utah Jazz, holding a massive assists records, including his career mark, 15,806. As point guard, Stockton was made for the game. Yet, despite being well known, some people still question his game. So in this video, we're going to see for ourselves how good John Stockton actually was. College career. After considering offers from Don Monson at Idaho and Mike Montgomery at Montana, both in the Big Sky Conference, Stockton decided to stay and keep playing for Gonzaga University in Spokane, Washington, his hometown. He followed familial footsteps as his grandfather was a football player for the Bulldogs during the 1920s. During Stockton's senior year in 1982, he averaged 20.9 points per game with 57% shot from the field. He also led the West Coast Athletic Conference in steals, scoring, and assists, earning him the title WCAC Player of the Year, the first from his university. He was invited to try out for the 1984 U.S. Olympic team and made it to the top 20, but was released. This gave him the experience needed and gave recruiters the opportunity to see him in action, notably the Utah Jazz. Early career. Stockton was selected by the Utah Jazz in 1984 in the first round of the draft and was the 16th overall pick. He was relatively unknown, but rose significantly through his Olympics tryouts. However, when it was announced he was selected, thousands of fans were stunned into silence. Stockton wasn't a full-time starter until his fourth season, so his stats back then were not so impressive. But when he started as a full-timer, he showed the world what was the definition of a point guard. Peak years. Stockton's career exploded after the All-Star game in the 1988-1989 season. He then went on to lead the NBA in assists for the first time for 9 consecutive seasons. In 1991, he dished out a career high, and breaking franchise records, of 28 assists in a single game, leading to a win against the San Antonio Spurs. The same year, he contributed 19 points, 9 steals, and 11 assists in a win against the Houston Rockets. To be honest, it would be an injustice to say that he had peak years. I mean, all the 19 seasons he played with the Jazz, he was the best at his position. Stockton was quick, clever, and so consistent that he missed only 22 games in his 19-year NBA career. Can you believe that? All his career lacked was a championship. Speaking of which, the championship curse. The Utah Jazz made it to 19 consecutive NBA playoffs, 3 Western Conference Finals during Stockton's career, and even made it to 2 NBA Finals, but defeated both times by Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. In the 1996-97 season, Utah Jazz again made it to the Western Conference Finals after getting defeated in the 1994 and 1996 Conference Finals by the Houston Rockets and the Seattle Supersonics, respectively. The team made a record of 64 wins during the season. In Game 6 of the conference finals, Stockton scored 25 points, dished out 13 assists, and made a buzzer-beating, game-winning 3-point shot over the Rockets' Charles Barkley to send the Jazz to the first of 2 consecutive NBA Finals appearances. Stockton's game winner became known as the Shot. Utah faced the Bulls in the finals, and in Game 3 of the 1997 NBA Finals, Stockton recorded 17 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists in their first finals win in franchise history. The Jazz were defeated by the Michael Jordan-led Chicago Bulls in 6 games in the finals. In the 1997-98 season, Stockton missed the first 18 games of the season as a result of a knee injury, but this didn't stop the Utah Jazz from reaching the NBA Finals, and they faced the Bulls again. In Game 6 of the 1998 NBA Finals, Stockton made a three-pointer with 41.9 seconds left to give the Jazz a lead, but Bulls guard Michael Jordan made 2 field goals to put his team ahead 87-86. Stockton missed a three-point attempt with 5.2 seconds left and said in a post-game interview that he felt confident the shot would go in. The Bulls again defeated the Jazz in 6 games. After that final, the Jazz has not been able to even qualify for a conference final. Athleticism. In his prime, Stockton was supremely athletic in every way with the possible exception of jumping ability. Stockton was exceptionally strong for someone his size. He often set brutal screens against much larger players. He was lightning quick. Even Michael Jordan and Gary "the Glove" Payton could not stay in front of him. He stole the ball an NBA record 3,265 times. Yeah, you heard it right. He is number 1 on this list by far because number 2 on this list is Jason Kidd, who stole the ball 2,684 times, which is not even close. Consistency and longevity. In the NBA, and in basketball in general, consistency is something all players must have. Consistency separates the good players from the great players, the superstars from the role players. When speaking about consistency in the NBA, just because any 12th man averages 1 point and half a steal in each game, it doesn't make him great. Those who perform at the highest levels night in and night out are truly the best players in the NBA. When I think about the longevity and consistency in the NBA, John Stockton's name is one that comes into mind. He remained a starting NBA player until his retirement at age 41 and played 19 seasons in the NBA, while at the same time missing only 22 games during that period, which is an astonishing feat when you think about it. Rarely, few players in NBA history can say they've been so durable and consistent for a significant majority of their career, and Stockton did just that, a capable scorer. In addition to being the highest assist point guard with 15,806 career assists with an average of 10.5 per game, Stockton was also a capable scorer. 13.1 points per game career average and a 51.5 career shooting percentage with a reliable three-point shot, 38.4% lifetime average. As of May 1, 2021, he is 49th on the all-time NBA scoring list with 19,711 career points. He averaged 13.1 points, 10.5 assists, 2.5 rebounds, and 2.2 steals in 1,504 regular season games. John Stockton's career high in points was 34, moderate by the standards of the likes of Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, or even his prolific teammate Karl Malone. Yet, you get the feeling that every point Stockton ever scored was more significant than that of most players because his points always seem to come at the most critical times. Individual achievements. Stockton is a 2-time NBA Hall of Fame inductee, 10 times NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP, 2-time All-NBA First Team, 6-time All-NBA Second Team, 3-time All-NBA Third Team, 5-time NBA All-Defensive Second Team, 9-time NBA Assists Leader, 2-time NBA Steals Leader, NBA's 50th Anniversary All-Time Team, WCC Player of the Year, and 2 times First Team All-WCC. Legacy at Utah Jazz. Perhaps no other achievement is more applauded in sport than the outcome of a player finishing their career with the same team that they started with. The careers of Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kobe Bryant, to name a few, are indefinitely looked at through rose-tinted glasses due to their tenures only having taken place with one franchise. You can't say that Stockton wasn't coveted by many an organization in his Jazz tenure. Quite the opposite, in fact, as Stockton did turn down potential big money contracts as well as the chance to play in bigger markets with more athletic players. All in all, as a basketball player, John Stockton was one of a kind, a statistical marvel. But as impressive as his numbers are, that tenure remains as significant as any statistical achievement. So that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below as to why Stockton didn't win a championship. Are there some facts that I don't know? Feel free to give feedback and see you in the next one. Peace out.